and that he was 65 years old. And while most people his age are looking to collect Social Security, this guy may be looking to collect your phone number for the next date. Ladies and gentlemen, with free sex, Bob Ryan.
Someone at the bar asked me if I had any nude photos in my slides, and I assure you I do not. As I was preparing my presentation tonight, I was having difficulty coming up with a title. I did some research, and I read an article about advertising words, and it said the #1 word in the English language to attract people's attention is the word free. If that was in your ad, people would automatically pay attention. But the #2 word was sex. So naturally, I figured if I had free sex as my title, you had to sit up and pay attention. Actually, what I want to talk about is dating after the age of 60. Now, I know it's a shock to many of you that I might be beyond the age of 60. But as my good friend Jim Otto always says, Bob, you don't look 60, but I remember when you did. 3 areas that I want to touch on about dating after the age of 60. I'd like to talk about the use of the internet. I'd like to talk about meeting the family. And yes, I'd like to touch on sex. The national statistics tell us that 1 in 5 relationships today begin online. That number multiplies exponentially when you talk about senior citizens. Why? We are petrified. We are scared to death. Ladies and gentlemen, we've spent all of our adult lives married. We've spent every waking moment raising children. We are suddenly single, and we are scared to death. Not only that, we all lie. If a woman tells you that she's 59, good chance is she's 64 or 65. If a man says he's 5'11", 175, that was high school graduation. Good chance he's the north side of 230. The internet gives us the anonymity that we seek. There is a whole new genre out there when you talk about seniors dating and meeting the family. We're meeting children. Sometimes we're meeting children of children. I had a date not long ago, and as every gentleman does, I escorted this very, very stunning woman to the door. I gave her a quick hug and thanked her for a beautiful evening, and I reached over and gave her a kiss on the cheek. From behind the door, peeping through the peephole, was her college-age daughter who said, "Ooh, Mom, that's so gross." We're not only meeting children, but we're meeting children of children. So, let's talk about sex. We do have sex. We call it intimacy. It's much more patient. It's much more kind. It's a little slower. And ladies and gentlemen, it's much more about the journey than it is about the destination. But we do have sex, and we do enjoy it. So, we do use the internet a lot more than you might think. There's a whole new set of challenges for meeting the family. And yes, we do become intimate. This is the largest generation in the history of America. And we're stronger and more healthy and more vital than we've ever been. You all remember about the 85-year-old man who was at the doctor for his physical. And the doctor said, for 85 years old, you're in amazing health. How old was your father when he died? Did I say my father was dead? He's 101 years old and he's strong as an ox, healthy as he could be. Wow, said the doctor. You do have an amazing heritage. How old was your grandfather when he died? Did I say my grandfather was dead? He's 122 years old. He's strong as an ox, healthy as could be. In fact, he's getting married next week. Wow, what bones, what structure you must have coming from that great lineage. But tell me something. Why would a 122-year-old man want to get married? Did I say he wanted to get married?